Liftoff and the clock has started.
Go.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Show Me with the lovely Julia.
And the lovely Richard.
How the devil are you, lovely Julia?
Not too bad, thank you. How the devil are you, lovely Richard?
Well, I've actually got something in my throat, which means I have to cough. Sorry about that. Should have done that before. Oh, hang on.
Sorry.
To turn that light out, you see. Anyway, never mind all that. It's time for another exciting, one and only Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Show Me on a Friday. The weekend is here. Doing anything exciting this weekend? Yes, you are. You're going out for a meal with my son and me, and we're going to have a nice nosh up at a place I can't tell you, a swanky place.
Next time you ask me what I'm doing at the weekend, please don't aim it with the ray gun, the freeze gun.
Oh, what's the freeze gun?
The freeze gun, well, it freezes my brain.
Oh,
and my brain goes, what am I doing this weekend?
Yes, I'm sorry about that. The dreaded ray gun, which I always carry it.
The freeze gun, I meant.
Oh, sorry, the freeze gun, which anyway. Apart from that, are you doing anything other interesting? Are you going to the singing thing on Sunday?
Yes, we've got.
La 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 la.
I love how I get to answer those questions.
Yeah. Are you doing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am going to. Well, we've got a couple more weeks left, so at the barn.
At the barn.
So, yep, I'll be going every second I can.
Fantastic. Every second you can.
Every second available.
And what you guys are going to be doing up to the weekend? I don't know what the weather is like. It's sort of a bit touch and go. Today was supposed to rain in the morning, and it didn't. It rained later on in the afternoon. And it was supposed to rain when we were doing some filming because we wanted the rain. And then when you don't want the rain, it stops. So I don't know how that works. It's very irritating. But anyway, lovely to see lots of exciting people out there in the Vobes sphere. Thank you very much for joining us. We have a topic.
We have a topic. The topic is favourite piece of heritage or antique?
Yes, have you got a piece of antique or a favourite piece of heritage that you find adorable? Or one that you just admire in a museum or wherever, or you found in a junk shop, or you were sent or given as a present, or thinking of other places where you might see, or you've seen it through a plate glass window, or perhaps it is the actual plate glass in the window itself. I don't know. I'm just asking you the question in 101 different ways to ask a question.
Why not?
Why not? Have you got a favourite piece of antique or a favourite piece of heritage?
I have,
actually.
Actually, I have.
Oh, Marv.
I'm looking at him.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm going to get smacked.
Now, if you've got anything at home, you can send us a picture, richard@vobes.com. Send it to that email address, and I will check sporadically. That's not the right word, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Sporadically.
Sporadically. What did you say? Spuriadically?
I said something like speriadically.
Colonel Cragratty says, my favourite antique is me.
Oh.
Himself.
Oh, himself. Yes. Well, I mean, we're all getting a bit old, aren't we?
I think we've done that joke now, haven't we?
Yes, that's it.
Anyone else?
Anybody else? Anyone else want to do the joke about being...
Let's all say it at once.
Yes. Favourite antique is
Me.
you.
Oh, you.
Them.
Yeah.
Whomever. So Lisa L says absolutely has to be Hampton Court Palace. Oh, yeah, get the minutes going.
Thank you, Daniel.
As a tutor nut, I never tire... Oh, sorry, a Tudor nut, not a tutor nut. As a Tudor nut, I never tire of this place and its atmospheric corridors. I've never been. Have you been to Hampton Court?
No,
Paris?
I haven't. I would love to.
I think I said Hampton Court.
I think you did, but we
know
know what you meant.
I don't know where
we
Hampton...
know what you meant.
Do you know where you meant? I've never been.
So.
I think I may have been when I was very, very young, because I think I have been to the maze.
The maze?
The maze.
Maze.
Yes, the maze. I think I've been to the maze. And what did I think of the maze? Pretty interesting.
A maze.
Yes, I could have said that.
But tush.
Got a letter here.
A letter?
Yes, a handwritten letter by somebody's hand. This is from a lovely lady called Anne. Now, I forget whether this is Paul or Liz's parent, but one of them, viewers who I have visited. And in fact, you've got a box there, I believe, from Paul and Liz.
I have, because I forgot to open it on Monday.
Yeah, we'll come to that in a minute. So they very kindly gave us some things. So it gave us some nice 1960s picnic equipment. We showed you last week. Can't be bothered to show you now because it means getting up and going over and getting it.
I'll end up spending another 5 minutes trying to put the thing back together again.
Exactly, because it's
right
it's
in the
like,
microphone,
like a little Chinese puzzle, isn't it? Anyway, their parent, mother, one of their mothers. I mean, they probably both got independent mothers, but anyway, one of their mothers is called Anne, and apparently she stayed over during the summer, during COVID, was unable to go anywhere, and watched the Vobes Show. And when I was told that, I said, "Oh, well, I'll give you a card." You know, we got these cards that these aren't.
They look like that.
They look a bit like that. But these are coasters. So as you can tell, I'm not using it for my mug of coffee. Anyway, this letter said, Dear Richard, thank you so much for your card. That was very kind of you. I loved your programme on TV. On TV. It's outrageous. When I was at my daughter's. So there we go. It's Liz's parent. We've established that. Sherlock Holmes, eat your heart out. I hope to meet you next time I'm there. Yes, that's very kind. Once again, thank you. Best wishes from Anne. All in her own handwriting. There it is, living proof.
Lovely.
Somebody somewhere actually enjoys the show. So,
Wait.
What
I don't see any breath coming off this.
Do you see any breath?
I don't hear a pulse. You said it's living
proof. Yes, it's a bit of paper. That used to be a tree at one time, and it was living proof. So don't question it. Now
questioning nothing.
You got a box, an ordinary box, a musical box.
It has my name on it. Look, can you see that?
Oh,
it's got
yes.
my name on it.
And there's something rather precious inside that box, I understand.
Yeah, I have had a look inside.
Yeah. Now this was from Paul and Liz as well. We meant to show this last week, but we forgot. Time was running thin.
Lovely little card in here.
Lovely card.
out first.
Yes. I'll get the magic doodah juice. Here we go.
It's a very lovely amethyst or chunk of.
It's. I mean, it's not a small lump, is it? That's
No,
the size
no.
of your whole hand.
Exactly. I've only had like small pieces before, but
Now, what do you do with something like that? I mean, is it a paperweight? Is it something you can grind your skin with, like a pumice stone?
you can use it in meditation. You can use it in all sorts of ways.
What do? You bang it on your head. Omni.
No, you just kind of use it to help you focus your
Omni.
mind.
Oh, I see. Yes, like a lens.
Get in tune with the vibrations.
What vibrations? Good vibrations.
Good vibrations.
Yeah, there we go.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Ian C says, my favourite antique, I don't actually own one, but it has to be the Spitfire. Sorry.
The card
Yes.
says, cleanse under running water and recharge by the light of the moon or the sun and enjoy. Pass it on to whoever needs it, whenever that may be.
What does that mean?
And they say, Julia, this crystal chose you, maybe just because it's purple. Blessings from Lisa and Paul. Thank you ever so much.
Why do you have to run it under the tap?
Well, just to cleanse it.
Oh, I see. Is it uncleansed? Is it dirty? Does it get dirty? Does it gather dust? Is it a dust collector?
Well, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But I think it's also, I would say a spiritual thing, but it's not. I can't explain myself.
Can't
Very
be that
well.
spiritual just running something under the tap, can it?
No, I think it's just the psychological. That's the word. It's psychological. You know, you're rinsing it. You're just cleansing. It's just cleansing.
I think you have to be of a
Running-
certain type of person who understands all that lingo and language and stuff, because all of that just sort of like...
You also have to be a certain type of person who can express these things in words as
Yeah.
well. I'm not very good at that bit.
Oh, well, never mind. I also got a book here from the same couple, Norwegian wood chopping, how to remove somebody's head in one easy... All right,
I'm going to get my coat.
chopping, stacking
Bye.
and drying wood the Scandinavian way, which I think the Scandinavian way is naked, isn't it? They do everything naked over there. And I can't read this out loud because it's rude, but I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I just drink the coffee. So there we go. Marvellous. Thank you very much for all those wonderful things. That's a
Fantastical.
little notebook there. Anyway, back to the script. You can contact the show on 07934746790. Don't do it yet. We don't open the lines until a little bit later. What's Colonel Cragratty on about?
Colonel Cragratty says, one wall was an old Marconi transmitting station in North Wales, a great Victorian brick building. I also used to work for Marconi Space Company for many years as a designer.
Oh, it's a designer.
I'm guessing that sounds like it was second part of a comment. Is there another
Yeah,
part
probably.
of that up there?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. He says, I love climbing the old industrial buildings used as indoor climbing walls. Old foundries and factories, very interesting buildings with a new lease of life.
So there we are. Climb a building if you wish, which is very nice. Now we also have some lovely videos that have been sent in. One from the lovely Julia. That's you, I believe. And Chris Navard has come up with making Guildford's garden great again. Bernie is on that, whatever the gadget is, the NC 500, which I've now understand is a road
Oh, is it?
up near Scotland. So we might see some
Then
people
something every day.
eating haggises and dancing about in
Kilt.
tartan dresses. Yes, that's the one. And Mark Burgess is climbing for Pete Cragratty. And I thought we'd start with Mark Burgess climbing up for Pete Cragratty because he is climbing a very high and tall mountain in this rather slightly comical, amusing whimsy. So let's have a look.
Oh dear. I never even remember predicament there. I seem to be stuck up here. Oh, Colonel Cragratty, I could really do with you there. Dear, what am I going to do? God, these walks are so high. Oh dear. I knew it was a bad idea doing this. perch myself to a crevice. And it's safe up here, to be honest.
Oh, I beg your pardon there, ladies and
turn the
gentlemen.
lights on.
Hang on a minute. I've forgotten where the camera is.
Eric, put 50p in the meter.
Where is it? Back here somewhere.
Thanks.
There we go, ladies. So I'm sorry, I had to cut that a bit short because the wind was rather loud and deafening, and
What about you guys? But we couldn't hear a word he was saying.
couldn't hear a word. I don't know, Mark. I don't even think we're actually on.
Are we on?
Are we on?
We lost?
Are we up? Did we lose the signal? We may have lost the signal during that. I do apologise. Yes, Mark, it was 4 minutes of pretty much the same shot, and we couldn't really hear what you were saying. I do apologise. So I'm afraid I've had to cut that short. I don't mean to be rude or anything. But please, if when you send in a video, it'd be lovely if you could just watch it back to see if there's too much wind. And if you can't be heard, it really sort of ruins the overall effect. I don't mean to be rude, I've just been rude, but there we are, what can you do? But someone's got to be here, the arbiter of doom, and that does it. Doom. Anyway, meanwhile, we got a lot of other comments about some of the antiques and stuff that are coming in. So let's find out. Julia, have you considered any? Trapped in a world that he never made, says David Ed. Michael White says Opie's not still stuck up. He might still be stuck up there. Maybe he's actually crawling for help, and we should be nipping out there. So there we go. You never know.
Oh, wow. Anne Bolton says, she's talking to Lisa, but I found this interesting. She says she used to live at Edenbridge, a town near Hever. So much history there. She was lucky enough to ride horses around Hever most days. She remembers the plays. She never went to any, though. Wow.
Hang on, do you remember the plays?
Yeah.
But at Hever Castle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did they put on plays at Hever Castle?
I think
Yes,
so.
they do. My chair is a bit too high now.
You know which bit I'm fixated on. It's the
Yeah,
riding
so
the horses around
riding
Hever.
Have you ever
What a
ridden
beautiful
horses
place.
at Hever?
No.
No.
Funny enough, no.
Funny enough, no. Is the
There's
answer.
actually quite a lot of places I've not ridden a horse at.
No? How about on the moon?
Oh, yeah, do you know what? No.
Have you ridden a horse with a baboon? Have you ridden a horse with Valdel Sassoon?
I have ridden a horse near a baboon. Does that count?
Yes.
It does.
Where-
Hey,
is
well,
that
I've done
the
that.
zoo?
I have actually. No.
Oh, what
South
was it?
Africa.
Oh, South Africa. There we
I
are.
can actually genuinely say I've done that.
That's amazing, isn't it? Linda Cameron says, hi, Richard and Julia, enjoying the show. Still trying to pluck up the courage to call in maybe next week. It's, why not give us a ring? Let's open the phone call, see if people want to give us a call and tell us about their favourite piece of heritage or antique. You can tell me whether it's Land's End or the Stone Circle at Stonehenge, or anywhere up. Maybe it's Hadrian's Wall. We've been to Hadrian's Wall. You
Yes.
saw that tree coming out of the sycamore.
Yeah. Coming out of the sycamore.
Yeah, it's coming right out of the sycamore.
The sycamore itself.
That's
coming out of the tree.
Yeah, coming out. Yeah, coming out of
Wall.
the tree.
Wall.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Richard and Julia.
Good
evening.
evening. Is
Guess
this who I
who?
think it is? Ed?
Who's that?
No,
Not Ed. It's
try again.
Mark Burgess.
No,
No.
no,
No.
Is it?
Come on.
It's Ross.
no.
Oh, I give up.
Ding. I know the voice though.
Come on.
Keep-
It's Steve.
It's Steve. Hello, Steve. Sorry about that,
course.
Steve. We're just having one of those nights, end of the week, and I've been filming all day. Julia's been...
It's fried.
Yeah, we're both a bit sort of narked, really.
Yeah, you're a bit rusty.
Yeah, we're a bit rusty. That's exactly it. So come on, brighten up the show. Steve, we're relying on you.
Yeah.
What's your favourite antique or piece of heritage?
I've got a couple. One is a Victorian barometer.
A Victorian barometer. I've seen it. In fact, I think we both saw it.
Yeah, it's about 100. It's not valuable, but it's sentimental because it's been in a family 3 or 4 generations actually.
So it's valuable to you.
Well, it's not the money. It's just
No. I
is.
don't mean that. I mean it's valuable to you as a sentimental
Sentimental
value.
value.
I mean, it doesn't have to be financially.
And it is actually very accurate, believe it or not.
After all these years, it just goes to show these old craftsmen. They knew how to coil a spring, didn't they?
I did actually try and get it done on that program on, the
The repair shop.
Oh yeah. Is that television?
I
Is that
did a video on
I
that,
don't
but
do
they didn't
television.
take me up.
They
You can
didn't.
stream it on.
They didn't. What?
You could probably stream it online.
Yeah. Well, I don't do television.
They didn't. I wanted them to sort of repair it for me because obviously it's sentimental and whatever.
So is it broken?
No, it's not broken, but the actual it just looks a bit. The actual glass and the inners are a bit of like had better days. Put it that way. You'll be the same if you've been around 150 years.
Don't you worry. After 50-something
It's
years, I'm
falling,
already beginning to.
Bits falling off. The wood looking a bit.
Only my eye falls out. Actually, that's the only thing at the moment. That's all that falls out of me, apart from my hair, of course. So it just needs a little clean up, little professional polish.
The trouble is you have to be careful because it's got live mercury in it, and you mustn't. Because it's been moved, you have to stand upright. Because if it goes on its side, the mercury comes out, and it's actually because it was so old, it's not sealed, so it's quite dangerous because obviously mercury is not a thing that you want to,
No, because
it's not. In them days, they didn't seal it properly, so it's actually like a floating liquid. So if you turn it upside down, all the mercury just come out.
And does it float?
Oh yeah.
What, like in space? Does it sort of float around you? Look at that.
What do you mean?
Well, like lighter than air.
Well,
You said it floats. I'm assuming it's like.
No, I mean it floats in the actual barometer. It sort of floats.
You're taking all the fun away. You have. There was me hoping that you tip it out and then it just floats about like bubbles. But clearly that's not what you mean. I'm just being stupid.
No.
You were just floating the theory.
I'm just floating. Exactly.
Anyway.
And the other one was the George V postbox.
Now you must be a rare man who has a postbox in which the postman never comes.
Yeah.
It was
I actually went out today and the first time I've actually seen one. There's someone actually got it's an original, very old one, actually telephone box in their front garden.
Oh,
nice.
And
is that like a K6?
Yeah, probably.
The classic English.
Yeah, the classic one. Yeah, I mean they're very, very heavy. I mean you wouldn't go in there and just pinch it and put it in the back of your trailer because it weighs a hell of a lot.
Yes, you told us a story about wanting to have something like that lifted over your house, and you have to have special.
That's my dad's house. That was.
I beg your pardon.
Obviously, it was the insurance business because obviously. You have to get special insurance and a special crane because obviously if it drops through your house, it's not going to be very, do much good to it, is it?
No, several tons of iron coming down is probably going to damage your roof, and it may hit your granny on your head, which isn't nice for granny, is it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
especially if it's packing a bag, it gives a new
anyway.
meaning to trunk calls. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. That's my favourite too. And by the way, you're not having one of my milk churns.
No, you've got milk churn. It's got milk churn. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Mitchell here has got milk churn.
He's got half a dozen, hasn't he?
Milk churns all round the garden.
Well, no, yeah, but they're not valuable, but just what they are because they're the old fashioned ones.
Yes.
I like sort of retro stuff. I like the old stuff in the garden. I don't like modern looking gardens. That's what I don't like.
No.
I like the old, like you do, the old English sort of stuff.
Exactly.
That's you saw the garden and and all that. And you know how it's all set up and that. It's not like it's not pristine and everything. It's not like straight and square. It's all higgledy-piggledy sort of thing. But
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful garden, though, isn't it?
Sorry, did you want to read something out?
Yes, sorry. There's a comment there I just wanted to say before it disappears off the chat.
Go on.
Adrian Broughton says, I have a piece of Roman pottery given to me by the curator at a Roman site during my holiday to UK in 1991.
Oh, that's nice. I wonder what that is. Is that like a great big jug? Because they made jugs, didn't they, the Romans?
Well, a piece of Roman pottery. So.
Oh, just I mean, by piece though, piece is a strange word, isn't it?
Piece could be a small.
It could be the whole piece.
Or it could be, yeah, it could.
So who knows?
Guildford Kent says one of my favourite places, quite local, is the 2,500-year-old Ankerwyke yew tree off Magna Carta Lane near Windsor. That sounds lovely.
It does sound lovely.
I think I would like that too.
Signed by the Magna Carta itself with the royal seal.
Michael White says, I've got a 500-year-old tanto, which is a Japanese dagger. That's very interesting.
I was wondering what he was going to call it then. I've got a 500. I've only got a 50-something-year-old tanto, whatever that is. But let's not go into that. So, are you looking for anything particular in the future, Steve? Are you looking for a piece of antique?
Well, I go to if I go around car boots or reclamation yards. But the trouble is, the reclamation yards and stuff is stupid prices now.
Yes.
That's the trouble.
So everyone's got into it, haven't they? Everyone's got into it. You go to a car boot sale and there's an old Toby jug that, normally you'd buy for about 20p, and now they want 80 quid because they think everything is...
Actually saying that, my wife Maz went out the other day and she got it's quite funny actually, it's about 2 foot, about 18 inches high, and it's a pig out of wood. Right. And do you know she's going to paint, it's about 18 inches high to about 3 foot across, 2 foot across. And do you know what she's going to do? What colour she's going to paint it?
Well, obviously not pink. Purple.
Nice.
And she thought of, purple pig.
And where are you going to... Was it fully round out or is it cardboard cutout?
No, it hasn't been painted yet. But I'll send you a picture. But it's going to go in the. She wants to put it in the garden. Just as a feature.
Yes, yeah. But is it flat or is it sort of full?
It's made of wood. It's made of really solid. It's very heavy.
Carved.
Yes.
Yeah, it's carved. It's a carved pig.
Carved. Yes. No.
And she's going to paint it all purple.
Yes, because of course when you
same colours Julia's jumper.
Yes, I know what purple is. Thank you very much.
You'll have a statue of me in your garden now.
Crikey. Just trying to get some information out of it.
Little purple pig.
Yes, purple pig. So a purple pig, a percolated purple pig. Is what it, and it's already been carved, so you can't put it onto the carvery and take a slice because it's already done. So I was trying to get in a joke, but hang on, I mustn't bash this.
Don't do that.
No, I won't.
Turn the lights out again.
Turn the lights out. Marvellous stuff. Thank you so much, Steve. It's been lovely. Good luck with your barometer. It was lovely to see your barometer because we did actually witness you do the classic thing where they go up to them and go tick, 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 which is great fun.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of the pig when it's done.
Yeah, we'd love to see it. Yeah, we want to see a picture of you riding it.
I won't. Well, I'll be
in a nicest possible way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But it's a family show.
It is a family show. Not many families watch, though, I'm afraid. It's just single people on their own with nothing else better to do. But that's the way we like it. Anyway, Steve, lovely to talk to you.
All the best to you both, and speak to you soon.
Thanks again.
Ciao for now, Chuck.
Ciao for
Cheers
now.
Then.
Bye.
Ciao for now.
There we are. That is Steve Mitchell in East Preston, which was lovely to have Steve. Now, I was just trying to take the phone off silent so I can actually hear it when it ring-dings. Lots of comments coming. Yes.
There was another one I was going to... You've moved it. Kerry Baldwin said, I don't own it, but I handled some 1500s parchment mortgages signed by my ancestor, John Thorpe, who leased iron furnaces near Crawley.
Oh.
Seeing his signature blew my mind. It blew my blooming mind too. That is fantastic.
Was it a nice signature? Was it sort of rounded and, full calligraphy?
Yeah, but it's several hundred years old... parchment with
absolutely,
with your ancestor's signature on it is amazing. Chris Navard says, at school our chemistry teacher put some mercury in a dish for us to put our fingers in. It was the early 70s.
Oh right.
Nigel
That's
Sadler.
not bad. That's bad for you though, isn't it? If you get it under your fingernails, you've had it.
Nigel Sadler used to love breaking mercury thermometers and rolling the ball of the liquid metal around my bare hand. Everybody did it in the 1960s.
Yeah, and they all died 6 weeks later apparently, apart from those people who are talking about it now. Catherine
McMahon.
Yes, exactly. Catherine has sent in a picture, I think, our favourite piece of genuine Coalport cup and saucer given to us by our dear friend, dates from 1837 and is absolutely priceless. Would have been made in Coalport in Shropshire and all hand painted. It's decorated in gold edging to reflect the candlelight before houses had electricity. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that it could reflect the candlelight before electricity was made. What an elegant way to drink a tea. Let us have a look at this absolutely wonderful cup and saucer. And here it is. Look at that.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't that amazing?
Very ornate.
That is ornate.
You can just imagine the candlelight flickering across all those little flicks of gold.
Yeah, beautiful. Lovely colours as well. And of course, your kind of colour. Lovely, Julie. Yeah. No?
Looks a little bit too pink, but you know.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Certainly wouldn't turn down a gift like that, though, would you?
No, I would hope not. Sorry, my phone is making funny noises.
Anyway, I don't have to have everything purple.
Do you not? No, that's good.
Enough.
Mark Burgess says, only a bit of heritage. He says, found it quickly. It's a tea caddy, almost as old as him.
That is funky.
That is a funky old tea caddy. Gosh. Yeah. And the question is the tea any good? Has it still got tea in it? We would love to know. And
you definitely don't want a cup of that, though.
No. Andrew says, oh no, that's a different, that's in reply to something else. So there we go, that's it. If you've got a picture of your favourite piece of heritage or an antique, do send it in to richard@vobes.com. Now, change the subject just briefly. Sorry, what?
Can we just scroll down?
Yes, sorry.
Changing the subject?
Yeah, changing the subject just briefly. The lovely Julia was out and about and shot some video. We're going to play that in a minute. Do you want to give us the intro?
Yes, well, it must have been about 6 or 7 years ago that I was waiting at the train station in Lancing and to pick someone up, and I saw this crow. I've got a thing for crows. I like crows. Corvids are very interesting birds, but crows... they're everywhere, aren't they? I suppose.
Crows, yes.
But this particular one was interesting. It was hopping around on the ground, and it wasn't flying very high off the ground. And then I realised it's because it had no tail.
A crow with no tail?
Yeah, it just got this little rump. It's like, it just looks really odd. A bird where you can see the rump. It's like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
And I eventually worked it out. It's just the wingtips you see hanging out the back of it.
Can it fly then? If you don't have a tail, can it still fly?
It can fly, but it's very unstable, so it can't fly high. It certainly doesn't want to go up, you know. No,
in case it gets out of control and lands on the ground very rapidly with a big thump.
But it lives on Beach Green in Lancing, and
you've seen it many times, haven't you, since that day?
So I know it can travel from the train station to the Beach Green, because I now know that it actually lives at Beach Green. And
it survived.
Yeah,
it's recognisable because of the the no tail and the big rump.
Yeah, so I call it tailless. You know, a bit like Toothless.
Yeah,
Dragon from How to Train Your Dragon.
I see. Is that a film?
It's a film. Yeah.
Is that a Disney film?
No.
Oh. Sorry, we just got a phone call. We will play the video because so basically you went out and you took some video of it because you've seen it.
Yes, because I've seen it quite a few times since.
Yeah, so it's still alive after 8 years. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Zane.
How are you?
Hello. Good.
Excellent. Have you got a piece of favourite heritage or antique?
Does a TV count?
No. Because a TV would be fairly modern. Heritage meaning something from a long time ago, and an antique being an object of some worth being quite old. Older than the television. And it does depend on the television. If it was, what's his name, Yogi Beard's first television, not his actual beard, but Yogi Beard, you know, the inventor of the television. If it was his television that you had or enjoyed, that would be a different thing.
How about a phone? How about a Nokia?
How about a Nokia?
Yeah. Guildford Jen says, "Ooh, I have a family Bible. It's huge and belonged to my granddad, who rang the church bells in Oxford as a boy."
Wow, family Bible. That's nice. Is that leather bound? I wonder. No, not you, Zane. I know your Nokia's not leather bound, you fathead. No, what I mean is, have you got any? There must be something old. You were in a hotel. How old is your hotel?
I don't know.
You don't know, okay. What is the oldest thing in your hotel?
Let me think.
Okay, you have permission to think.
I think the actual hotel itself is quite old.
Right, okay. So is there anything within... Do you have, in the hotel, do you have one of those... Ding! You know, when somebody comes in, you've got one of those bells on the reception desk where you go, ding!
Like the doorbell? No, I don't think
No, you
we
don't
do.
have one of those. Okay. Does you have a person there who works at the hotel, a tallish, lanky sort of bloke, who calls out, Manuel! Manuel, thank you so much!
Wondered where that was going.
No,
No, you don't know. So Mr. Faulty doesn't work there?
no.
No, it's not that kind of hotel. Can you see the sea? Is it between the land and the sky? Can you see herds of wildebeest? Sorry, I'm being cheeky here. They must have got something. Have you got a revolving door? You know, as you go into some old buildings, they have these revolving doors. You go in and you go all the way around, and then you end up out.
No.
No. Oh, do you have one of those? What are the name of those people who are outside the hotel door and they park your car? Not a chauffeur, but what are
Valet.
they?
The volunteers.
Yeah. Do you have valets?
No.
No. Do you have bellboys with those pillbox hats that take the? Are you a bellboy?
No.
No. So you're not one of those bellboys that pick up as somebody comes in and that the hotel reception manager person goes, ding, Zane, take these seats, take these this luggage up to room 642.
No, I don't think we have that.
You don't think they have that? Okay.
No, we don't. I don't think.
No. Do you have one of those old-fashioned lifts in the hotels that you pull that big chain door across? You know, the mesh door. I don't know
No.
what it's called. No.
No, it's a quite modern list. It's like a door.
It's like a
Just
door.
pull
Yes.
if you open it, then you push go up to the third floor, and then you go.
Do you have
open up.
in your hotel, Zane? Do you have a lot of old people?
Quite old people. We sometimes get youngsters coming in.
Yeah, we're talking about antiques here. I'm just wondering, do you have anybody who's sort of like a little old, sort of bent double with, you know, about 110, that sort of age?
No.
No, I'm just thinking they might have had something on them if they were really old and wizened, and you know, maybe they had an earring, anything old. So basically, you're in a very modern hotel.
No.
No, you're not helping me very much here,
Daily
Zane. I'm
Daily-
desperately trying to find something old in your hotel.
Daily Walker is asking if Zane has any old football programmes.
Ah,
Very old football program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any vintage football programmes?
you know the
or
pieces
even
of
an old
paper
one?
that tells you who's on the first half, when the interval is, and who's on the second half in a football match.
No. I tell you what, I got related to football, like the very old Brighton and Hove Albion football shirt.
Ah,
There you go.
there you go. That's an antique then. And how old is that?
I don't know. My cousin gave it to me, and he actually said, "Here you go, Zane. This is actually Brighton's old kit, like the top."
And have you worn it?
Yes.
Oh, and do you
Once
wear
or
it when you
twice I have.
and when you go running or cycling round the garden?
Yes, I worn it inside the house, and I think I worn it out the house as well.
Fantastic.
When I go to the shops.
Yes.
Set. I got like a polo T-shirt with Brighton badge on it, and I got that, and then I got a signed T-shirt from one of the ex-players called Glenn Murray, and yeah, I got that T-shirt, got that sign.
Glenn Murray, he was a slow one, wasn't he? Very
No, he's
slow
not.
footballer, because you never hurry a Murray, don't you? Oh my goodness, these jokes are coming thick and fast. Well, anyway.
John W. says, does Zane's hotel have a dinner gong?
Ah, do you have a dinner gong?
What's that?
You know, one of those big sort of silver or gold circular things like a tambourine.
That hangs vertically.
That hangs, yeah. And you take a big stick with a padded end and go, like in the Rank... Oh, you won't know what that is. Like the Rank film.
I don't know what that is.
And you go, bong.
Dong.
And then you call for dinner. And the people, somebody somewhere, you know, will go, dinner is served.
No, I don't think we...
No.
No, we don't.
Do they do dinners at your hotel?
Yes.
Yes. What's the... Here we are, slightly off the thing. We'll get back to the normal service in a minute. What kind of meals do they serve at the hotel?
We do seafood platter. We do burgers. We do, like, curry. We do burger and chips.
What's
and
your...
We do...
What?
Go on.
Hang on. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, it's gone. As soon as I said the word sneeze, it disappeared. What's your favourite meal?
Zane?
Zane?
I'm just thinking.
Oh, sorry. I beg your pardon.
Sorry, I couldn't hear cogs. I'm not used to that.
My favourite food is burgers.
Burgers. So your burgers are really good in the thing.
Yeah, the burgers at the Burlington are nice.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Brilliant. Well, I think we've exhausted ourselves and each other. So I think...
Definitely, if you go into the Burlington at some point
Yeah.
and just ask for burger and fries, you'll believe me, it's really nice.
So you're at the Burlington, are you?
No, I'm in Brighton.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I was talking about your... It doesn't matter. Whatever. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Zane. It's been lovely to do the old verbal jousting. You're such a great master of it, and we love it. And do call again.
Getting better,
Yeah.
though. Getting more out
also,
than we did before.
make a video inside the Burlington at some point.
Can I what, sorry? Make videos of the Burlington?
Yeah, if you can go inside it.
But the one in Brighton?
No, the Burlington.
Is that your hotel?
Yeah, no, it's my family's.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Yes. At some point, who knows? Who knows? At the moment, I don't know. At the moment, I'm just trying to get through the show, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know, on the Board Explorer.
Yes, I appreciate that. Anyway, we've got to move on now, Zane. Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It's the way the show rocks, I'm afraid.
Lovely to hear your voice again, though.
But yeah, call in again some point.
Yeah, I want to call on Monday's show.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Thanks for the warning. We'll talk to you then. Take care.
Oh, wait, Zane.
Hang on, we got a question.
In the meantime, could you find out, if you could do a little bit of homework for us, if you want to call it that, could you find out how many rooms you have in your hotel and how old your hotel is?
Okay, I'll Google it.
Okay.
All right, Zane. It's been a joy to talk to you. Look after yourself.
Oh, well.
Take care, lovely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ah, this is always fun, isn't it? It's like sitting in the dentist's chair. Now, we've got some videos which we simply must get onto, but there we are. Lots of interesting comments regarding that. Mark Burgess has sent in a picture. Let's just have a quick look at this. Inside the tea caddy he just sent us, he says, is this spoon? I'm afraid it's not in focus, but that doesn't matter. On this show, we accept any old stuff. Here it is. Make of that what you will.
It looks very ornate.
It does look ornate. If you can get a picture that's in focus, it would just be so much nicer. Sorry, I'm losing it today. I am losing it. Shall we watch a video?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Oops. Right, so we've let's go to Chris Navard, who is making... You can't see anything because I've turned the blooming camera off now, and I can't even remember which... I had to turn that off because the video that Mark Burgess's video was just... Had the... Oh, where is the sodding thing? There it is. God.
You're all right.
Can we start this again? Can we
do you need a minute?
I just want to start the show again. This is Chris Navard's lovely video here, making Guildford Garden great again, otherwise known as MGGGA. Take it away, Chris. Save us.
Hi, yo. We're here to make the garden great again. Like Make the Garden Great Again video. Hi, yo. We're cutting some trees down here because we're gonna make Guildford great again. This one here behind me has been cut down. Bloody twist tubs are rubbish. Anyway, the dog likes it, so here we go. Chin chin. Cheers. Cheers, my dears. Anyway, this is the final piece of the tree here. Deep down in the forest. It's Guildford. Starting Guildford. Everyone makes themselves great. I'm just gonna snap off. Much like that. There we go, it's gone the wrong way. Oh, there we have it. And this way too. Oh, yeah, man. Look at that. Fantastic. Yeah. It's all falling down. It's amazing, you know. Yeah, yeehaw, as they say in them yeehaws, because we're making Guildford great again. That's right. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And there, the tree's down now. Oh, man. Look at that, eh? Isn't that just incredible? Oh, yeah. That's amazing. That's right. Yeah. Making Guildford great again. That's where you like it. Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing, eh? Yeah, it's just great. That's one's down in it. So better just have a quick beer. Have a nice sort of locally brewed craft beer from Coors. Yeehaw, chin chin, man, cheers.
And you thought we were mad. Thank you very much, Chris. Lovely to see a bit of your garden there and making space.
And see your lovely pooch.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Throwing sticks for little dogs is a lovely occupation, isn't it? You might not want to do it. But anyway, we're looking forward to the next exciting, mind-numbingly hilarious version of whatever Chris gets up to. And by the way, do check out his... he posts pictures on Facebook, but on his railway stuff, the models of his railways,
fantastic.
Must take forever to do that. Really, really appreciate it. We saw a message there from Paul Carr Griffin, who says he's got a stitch from laughing at the last phone call. Good for you. He's also sent in, this is rather lovely. This is the sort of thing I'm after. Yes, we have another.
I thought that was.
We have another call. Bear it with us, caller. Thank you for calling. So Paul has sent in this wonderful picture. He says, I have these specs that I found in a cottage that I bought on Anglesey. They belong to a Mr. Bellinger. He was the partner to Frank Whittle when they were designing the jet engine. They fell out over whatever type of fuel to use. Have a look at these. These are very remarkable.
Spectacular.
Oh, spectacular. No. Yes.
I actually thought it was a bit for a bridle.
Did you? Yeah.
So that's a weird long shank.
Beautiful old goggles. Before, I guess they put the arms on, which would be useful for somebody like me. Hang on. What's going on here?
Hey up.
It's a live show, ladies and gentlemen. We have a caller on the phone. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Mr. Vobes.
It's Colonel Craig Ratty from Fareham. How the devil are you faring up tonight, young fella?
Absolutely fine.
Superb.
One of the when you're talking about antiques, a couple of things I got. some of my grandfather's mechanics tools I still used when I was working on cars.
I bet.
They must be probably from the 1900s, and they were, a bit old and worn, but worked just as well as some of the modern stuff.
So what are we talking about? What kind of tools are they?
Well, spanners, wrenches, and screwdrivers and stuff like that, which were so well made that they lasted many years. And I think he was a mechanic in his youth, so I think they probably worked on or were used on quite old cars. So it's quite nice to have those. And one of the things I inherited was an old jack for jacking up the old cars.
Oh yeah.
And it was like an old-fashioned trolley jack. So it was the jack was on 4 wheels like a modern trolley jack, but instead of hydraulics, you just had a long lever that you just leaned on and it lifted it up. And I used to use it for jacking up one of my kit cars.
I imagine that the old jack would have jacked up cars that are a hell of a lot lighter than the modern cars today.
I think the older cars are probably heavier.
I was going to say,
really?
the older cars heavier because there's plastics in them now.
Yeah, the chassis and everything. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, fair enough.
And better alloys and stuff, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I didn't use it anymore, and in the end I took it down to Bewley Motor Museum and gifted it to them, and they were well impressed.
I've got a very big fondness for that, the whole of Bewley, actually.
Well, you had a ride in his car, didn't you, with him?
I did, yes, I did.
The lovely Julia, what's his name, Lord Montague?
I don't know his actual first name, though. The late one.
The one who was never early.
The deceased father of the one who's now in...
You were getting married, there was a hold-up, and you had a ride. He came by in his pea green... Go on, you tell it.
It's not actually a pea green car. My memory had it, and I say pea green, I saw it as a mint green, pale minty...
Whatever.
Pale pea green, whatever. Yes.
It's a colour.
Yep, it's a colour, and he just took me for a drive around his estate, and
he felt sorry for you because you were hanging about, weren't you, in your wedding dress?
In the drizzly rain.
And he said, "Wait, here, I love, get in my car," because he had a reputation, didn't he? And he
not like that.
He didn't. No, he had a reputation. Oh, whoops, ducky. Anyway,
but he was a very lovely gentleman.
Yes, I'm not saying anything.
I'm still very nice.
Yeah, I'm still mortally embarrassed that I didn't recognise him, or realise who he was. Until weeks later.
One of the other things I've got back in the 60s, my dad worked for a company called Hall and Co in Worthing, and they Hall and Co.
Hall, yeah, okay.
HALL.
Yeah.
And one of his department, they were demolition, but also they used to hire out a heavy duty plant. For doing earth-moving jobs, and they were doing some work I don't know whereabouts it was, somewhere in Sussex, and they were scraping away the soil for some road or project, and they came across a complete fossilised mammoth.
In Horsham?
I'm not sure where it was. It was in Sussex somewhere.
Oh, right. Good gracious, a fossilised mammoth on a big old stone.
Well, it was just the whole skeleton, the whole thing.
Yes. Oh, right.
And,
okay.
And they, although he had to stop work, and the scientists and the historians all came along, and it all got taken away, but he managed to acquire a mammoth's tooth.
Did he?
So I've got a small section of fossilised mammoth tooth.
Blimey.
Which I still have, yeah.
And
it's a few million years old, so I think it's probably.
What do you do? Have it on your upper jaw or your lower jaw? I haven't noticed it actually. When you smile, I know it's a bit crooked and what have you, but I just wondered.
I doubt whether you could get it in your mouth. It's about 6 inches square.
Oh, is it? Blimey.
So that's my oldest thing I've got.
Yeah.
I did have a mammoth tooth myself actually.
Did you?
I inherited.
Did you?
Yeah, I inherited with a vivarium for my old nope rope.
Sorry,
It's my snake. A pet snake.
What's a vivarium?
Vivarium is a habitat, an enclosure habitat that you put your snake in.
Oh, is it solely for snakes?
And other reptiles.
Right,
but not all at the same time though.
No, because the snake would probably eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. we don't want that. Oh, that is fascinating. I love the idea of the old-fashioned jack though, and the tools. I think that's lovely.
Yeah. It's quite nice to use them still. Yeah, as well.
Yeah, to be able to still be able to use them after all these years. That's the nice thing. It's like some of those early cameras I mentioned in the show the other day about having this Zenith camera, but we have everything now is built for obsolescence, and so we won't have anything new. Now is never going to reach 150 odd years old or more.
No, it won't last, will it? No.
Because the plastics will just not corrode. But
well, that's why I said when I was I mentioned about some of the indoor climbing walls. They use some of the old industrial buildings because they have no use, for anything else, and they're usually very tall and solid, and they just build an indoor climbing wall inside them. So you're climbing indoors, and then you're looking up and seeing all these old cranes up on these beams up in the ceiling and the old industrial buildings, and it's quite fascinating to see inside them and see them being repurposed.
If only those old people who used to work in those industrial buildings could now see these young, sprightly 70-somethings clambering around above them, they would not believe their eyes, would they?
Yeah. It's quite interesting. As I say, the Marconi ones up in North Wales near Snowdonia. It's not used as a climbing wall anymore, but for many years there was one of these old Victorian brick-built buildings that Marconi built when he was first transmitting his radio waves back in, I don't know, was it 1900?
Yeah, that's right.
And it was a disused building, and they'd taken over that and put climbing wall inside that. So it was, and I actually worked for Marconi as a company for about 25 years, so it was quite bizarre to be climbing inside a building that was built by the man that I carried on working for in my career.
Do you know what Marconi's favourite food is?
Macaroni cheese.
Is it macaroni?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Julia's got a comment she wants to read out.
Yes, Station Master's Choice says, I knew Lord Montague, Freddie Montague. Every Friday he would get his pay disc and go to the pay window saying, 133 Lord Montague. Also, Daily Walker says, I have a leather hole punch that has been in the family for 4 generations. My great-grandfather would have used it to fix the tackle on his farming shy horses.
Wow.
And the horses were also used to pull the fire tender pump at Guildford.
Wow, how about that?
That's pretty cool.
Brilliant stuff. And Brian Jeffries says that my local store had a mammoth sale, but I was conned because they don't actually sell mammoths. Exactly, there we are. There.
Boom.
Carry On Cabby has a similar joke.
Yes.
Anyway, listen, lovely to talk to you, Pete.
I'm very glad.
Okay.
I'm very glad you weren't phoning to tell us that some of your equipment is old.
No.
That you climb with.
No.
No, I've just retired about £100 worth of equipment and had to replace it with new because it had gone past its sell-by date. So yes.
So do you, like some people probably in the climbing fraternity probably do collect other like Mallory's tackle would be worth something.
Oh yes, I mean people do collect old gear, and out of interest, it's amazing the difference between the old stuff and the new stuff.
I bet. Here's Chris Bonington's ice pick. He climbed a big hill with it somewhere.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you, Pete. Talk to you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We have some videos to go, but quickly before that, Audrey Forbes Hamilton. We won't take any more calls now, so please reserve your calls. Audrey Forbes Hamilton's tea caddy with inlay.
Shell inlay.
Yes, that's what I said in words, but didn't come out my mouth in the correct order. Here it is, a shell inlay. Look at that, it's very lovely. Tea caddy, and unfortunately, she hasn't got the key for it, the key for the tea, so she can't get in.
That
It's
is
locked.
a beautiful thing, though.
That is beautiful. On what looks like an old chessboard. So there we are.
It looks very tactile.
Oh, there we don't want you to see any of that. And also, let's just come back. We've got glasses from Lisa L to add to the Buzzard show tonight in progress. Here we go. Yeah, that's nice. Little antique for miniature people, not midgets. I'm not allowed to say that word because I get a slap from the lovely Julia, apparently.
Just lucky that my eyes don't have daggers in them.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. Because I don't want to lose... I don't want to... I don't want to lose the other one. Hi, Richard and Julia. This is from Delta, Julia M, I beg your pardon. These are probably the oldest things I have, and I do love them. I think they are Japanese. What do you make of this, ladies and gentlemen?
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah. I don't know what they are. Are they pictures? They're some sort of picture, are they?
Yeah.
Very nice. They look quite wee.
Are they enamel or something?
I don't know. It's very difficult. Sometimes it is difficult to...
very beautiful,
but beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Thank you very much. That was Julia M. Thank you very much for sending that. Steve Mitchell says, Little Richard, apropos of something, but I don't know what. And Ray of Hope is talking to Peter Warbley, says, why is an elephant not just called a hairless mammoth? Which is a good question.
Because they are genetically slightly different.
Because it's an elephant, I suppose. And Nigel Sadler says, I've got plenty of 50-year-old 35mm still cameras that are still in working order. All my digital cameras are broken or faulty. It's just if only you could get the film at a cheap price, it would be so much better. Well, before we go, it's 9 o'clock, but I want to play in the last video so that we get this all sorted and done by the weekend. This is Bernie back on the NC, which I gather is a Route 500 up there, and he's on his way to Corris Hollock Gorge. I probably murdered that, but that's...
I couldn't do any better than that.
Yeah, it's my scruffy writing, you see. Take it away, Bernie.
On the west coast. I should say. Island. One family lives there and they lease it from the owners.
Any drinks for anybody?
Incredible.
You joined, didn't you? Yeah, good. Good. And although you're not old enough, did you get the senior rate?
I'm coming. Just had to get this view in. What a road. Coming down towards the remains of World War II naval storage facilities that have never been dismantled. Guinard Loch, I think this is. The oil tanks are under those flat areas. The island over there has only just had people allowed back on it because where anthrax experiments were carried out in the last war. It's been contaminated since then. And there's the salmon fish farm. See it between the hedges here. Standing on a very rickety bridge looking down here. Wow. Deep gorge. The Nisach Falls in the Corrie Shallow Gorge on the River Droma, and I'm on Victorian Bridge built by John Fowler. It's a rickety suspension bridge and I'm looking down about 200 feet. Only 6 of us allowed on at a time and it's very shaky. Unbelievable how such a small looking river. It's unbelievable how such a small looking river appears to have carved this deep gorge.
How about that? There we are, the touch of the Orient. Well, not really the Orient, but a touch of the Scottish. Okay, the new. Yeah, no, what I'm going to do. I had to do that for somebody. They said somebody who was Scottish was going to be watching the show, and I can't remember anything about it now. Somebody, was it? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we've got to go. Before we go, Ray of Hope has just reminded us that old cars, talking about vintage cars here, weighed less than the modern cars. An Austin 71950, which is, slips off the tongue.
Austin 1950.
Oh, is it? Austin 7 1950. There we go. That does slide off the tongue a bit better. 430 kilograms. A Ford Focus in 2020 was for 3 times as much, pretty much. 1,634 kilograms. So that's what I was thinking Yeah, very easy.
I must admit, for some reason, I wasn't thinking vintage cars when I said
old cars. You're thinking like 60s cars, aren't you?
Yeah.
Things like that. I was thinking my Morris Traveller wouldn't have been that heavy compared to my Transit van.
Yeah.
Peaches and cream. Right, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much to everybody who has contributed. Sorry I haven't got round to all the comments, but it's been great reading them in between. And a big thanks to lovely Julia for her tailless... Was it tailless?
Yeah, we didn't see it though, did we?
Oh, we didn't see it.
Nope.
We didn't see it. There was... Hang on, shall we play it? I think so.
It's less than a minute, so yeah.
It's less than a minute. Here we are. Completely forgot we didn't play it. Because we had a phone call that interrupted us. Yeah. So this is so just a reminder, this is Tailless. You've been tracking it for 8 years?
Yeah, I've met it around a few times. I always try to take a bit of food with me when I go to the park in case I see it and I can try and feed it.
So he must know you quite now, and you say
it doesn't actually. This is the closest he's.
Golly, you looked up there. I thought
there's actually a big old bee or a wasp or something.
Well, there's a hornet. There's a hornet.
I was actually wondering, is that a hornet?
Yeah, look, let's play the video because we keep getting distracted from it. Here it is.
It's my buddy Tailless. Oh, he's getting out of the way, though. See how he flew there? That's just his wings you can see at the back. Give it an angle. Just try and keep an eye on Joe, though, because you can see. It's so cute. Hang on, sweet pea, I'm sorry. I rarely see him these days, this bird. We'll go back to the park in a minute. I was just pleased to see a little old friend. He's not that little. Not like he's a sparrow or anything. Or a robin. I call him Tailless for obvious reasons. I often wonder what happened to his tail, but I first met him about 8 years ago. Near the train station in Lancing. I've got to go check on the boy. Bye-bye, Tailless.
Bye-bye, Tailless. Lovely to see you. How lovely is that?
It's very lovely.
It's rather disturbing because I think it's a hornet. Where did it go?
It's either that or it is a very large wasp.
I think it's a hornet. Where is it?
There.
Where?
There.
Oh, hang on. Let's see if we can get back. Hang on, I've got to get back into the... Oh, this... Never...
No, I think it is just a very
large
wasp.
That's stupid. Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it?
Up there.
I can't zoom in with this. That is massive. Hold that.
No, it's just a massive wasp. It's not a hornet.
That is a wasp.
It is a wasp, not a hornet.
Bloody hell, that is scary.
It was a little bit frightening at first. It's like, that is a massive wasp. I was like, is it? But is it a hornet? No, it's not. Probably a queen bee.
What we need is a piece of rolled up newspaper.
She looked, well, it
seems early.
It looks very waspy.
Yes, it's coming down close. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not scared of it, I'm scared of you. You just freak me out. Like,
I hate them. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to skedaddle, quite literally, and lock this door and fill the place up with...
Burn the house.
Burn the house down. We have to burn the house down and move out. That's the only way to get rid of wasps.
Yes, Brian Jeffrey says, time for us all to buzz off now. Yes, I'm afraid
thanks.
so. Bye.
Thanks for everyone. It was lovely, Julia, there for the video we did actually get around to seeing finally. Chris, of course, and Bernie and Mark Burgess. Sorry about cutting Mark Burgess off. Try and keep it a bit shorter. Thanks for all the phone calls. Thanks for everything else. We'll have a good weekend. A couple of comedies over the weekend on the Baltic Explorer channel. I know some of you don't like comedies, but there you go. You're getting them. And that's it. That's life. Thank you very much, lovely Julia, for coming in.
Thank you very much, Richard, for putting it all together.
Thanks for our starring role of the Hornet come wasp.
Eric, can you get this?
Yes, can you squirt something at it? But that's it from us. We must get out of the studio. Till next time, have a good fight. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.